evening and welcome back to West Ham Unofficial, and tonight we are doing the West Ham versus West Brom preview that takes place tomorrow night at the London Stadium at 6 o'clock on BT Sport, I do believe. So tonight we're doing a preview. We've got a guest coming on very, very shortly, but I'd like to say please subscribe to West Ham Unofficial if you are new. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So as you can see here, subscribe to the channel if you are new. A couple of comments to go through. First, good evening, JP. How are you? Good evening, mate. JP, hi Jake. Congratulations on smashing the 500 subs, mate. Took me a lot longer to keep it up. Thank you, very much, JP. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. We'll bring on one of our regular preview guests to talk all things West Ham, and that is Mike. Mike, how are you?
Evening, Jake. Great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good. So, West Ham versus West Brom tomorrow. What are your thoughts, and are you confident going into it?
Well, there's no reason we shouldn't be, is it, really? I mean, off the back of some pretty hard-fought wins lately, I've no doubt about this one's going to be a toughie as well. But, yeah, I'm confident we can win. But, again, there won't be a lot in it, I don't think.
No. But just before we do get into it, there's going to be a few familiar faces back at West Ham. To start with, we've got Big Sam coming back to West Ham. He wasn't at the London Stadium, but he had a big role being a manager of West Ham. We've got Grady Diangana, who did depart West Ham in September. Very controversial that. And of course, we've got the legend Robert Snodgrass coming back to the London Stadium just about a week after he left West Ham. So yeah, it'll be good to see them guys back, and it's going to be, yeah, like it's interesting seeing there's 3 players who've been linked with West Ham coming back to West Ham, isn't it? It's quite strange.
Very strange, yeah. Snoddy, obviously, he was a bit of a fan's favourite, really, though we didn't play much recently. He seemed a really nice guy, to be honest, and fitted in really well. So, if there had been fans there, I'm sure he would have got, a pretty good round of applause.
Definitely. JP's just said that Grady's out with an injury, so he won't be. So that, in a way, that could be good for West Ham. But let's get into it then. So we'll start with our back line, innit? We've got the very unlikely, fantastic partnership of Dawson and Ogbonna at the back. Do you think Moyes will stick with that? I mean, there's no reason not to, is there?
Oh, he's got to stick with that, I should think. Yeah, that's a must. I think those guys have really just, done a great job together. Dawson, like I said last week, is, above all expectations. He's done brilliantly, I think. Don't get me wrong. I think he has one little slip up a game and we've been getting away with it. So let's hope it's not tomorrow night and we don't get away with it.
Well, yeah. There was one where Ogbonna's got him out of trouble in it, but I think he's been absolutely superb at the back, and he was written off before he kicked the ball for West Ham. So I think that a revelation really. But moving on up to the midfield, I mean, same again. There's nothing to change there. We've got the buffet in the midfield, Rice and Souček. It can't change, even though I think they could do very well with a rest. 2 games in 4 days, but there's no one there, is there?
There's no one to replace him at the end of the day. And Fornals came back in, thought had a really good game. Like I said a few weeks ago, again, I think he's a Moyes type of player. He works so hard, but he's got some nice little touches as well. And it's not often he doesn't get back, to help out the fullbacks. I like him. He's still young. We've got to remember that, but he's got a lot more to offer. I think he can improve, and he's done okay so far.
Yeah. For now,
they're pretty steady. 6, 7, 8 out of 10 nearly every week out of him. He doesn't have many bad games.
Yeah. Good evening, Teresa. I believe you're coming on Thursday night. Congratulations on your 500. Thank you very much. Did you get a cake? Yes, I will show the cake. I'll tell you what, we'll do a little bit of a hit in there. Whoosh, but we'll show that fully on Thursday night. So don't you worry. And yeah, there's still some left. So there's a bit there to keep me going. So yeah, as you said, and then moving on, I think you've got to keep Bowen Fornals, Ben Rama as the number 9, I think, because Ben Rama, he had a pretty decent game, didn't he, against
against
Burnley, I thought.
I think that was another good game from him. I think he's had 2 decent games now. A little bit unlucky to get taken off, but I can understand why he did it. I mean, him and Lanzini are the same player, so I can't see both of them on the pitch for very long in many games. But at the moment, if it's a battle between the two, I think Benrahma, for me, just at the moment, is the pick.
Yeah, well, you alluded to the subs there, and that was the one thing that I disagree with Moyes' choices. He took Bowen off yet again, where I thought bringing Yarmolenko on at the time we were on the back foot and defending, and I just couldn't see that at the time, and I still don't see it now. But obviously Bowen, another great game.
Yeah, Bowen again, did brilliant. And he works so hard again. He works back. Yeah. When you bring Yarmolenko on, you're winning 1-0. I think Yarmolenko's great to bring on when you're winning 2 or 3-0.
Yeah.
But 1-0, he doesn't work back. He's not going to get back. I've seen Bowen many a time cover the fullback, getting behind the fullback, win a ball, get us out of trouble. Yarmolenko's not going to do that, And when you're winning 1-0, I think it's not that one the greatest substitution.
No, it wasn't. So it's the big kind of subject up top, and I think that I don't think Antonio can play 2 games in 4 days. He's not fully fit as it is. But I saw Ben Glandu did a video today about how poor our transfer strategy is, because it's been 10 days since Haller left West Ham, and we had to get. We keep beating around the bush with Dia, putting other bids in. They want £15 million for him. Just bid it, because we need a striker. And now he's just come back from an injury, Odebeko. I don't think Antonio can start. Do you think he can, or do you think he will?
I think he probably will, but I don't want him to. I want him to be rested, because he doesn't. He's not 100% fit yet. I'd give the young lad a shout. I'd give him a go, but I can see Moyes starting Antonio tomorrow night, and we all fear the worst, don't we? We're all sat there going, "Oh no, he's got to get through this." Like I said, they should have signed someone by now. Exactly. There's another guy as well, can't pronounce his name, we just been linked with.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, they've got to get on with it.
I
know there's no point in rushing in and getting someone that's, not suited to the job or is not going to improve the squad. I totally understand that, but I think looking at this Dia guy, because he was on, was it last night or night before his game? I watched a little bit of it. I know it's the French league. It's it's obviously a lot lower than the standard of the Premier, but he looks as though he's got something. He could be that man. So there's something to work with there. But they're stalling again, aren't they? They're hanging on. They should have got this sorted, like I say, 3 or 4 days ago at least, so we could get him in for the weekend.
Yeah, but the transfer strategy should have been, we've got him lined up, ready to go when we sell Haller, to then have the kind of money. And I think even if, say, up top's a big problem, but then if you say it comes out, Souček has pulled a hamstring in the warm up, and then we're in just as bad as a problem. I mean, nobody can fit in there, bless him, but you just won't get that backbone. But we'll move on to a bit of West Brom. We weren't able to get a West Brom fan on tonight, so we're gonna have to do it by ourselves, Mike. So last time out for West Brom, it was a positive game against Wolves. I did watch bits of it, and they came back I think twice from behind to get the win, and that's surely going to give them a morale boost down in 19th in the table, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. They did really well, to be honest, against Wolves. So I thought when Wolves got back in front, I thought, well, this is it now. But Wolves aren't having a great season. So to be honest, I know West Brom did really well. And we know Sam's going to come back and he's going to want to win so badly.
Definitely.
It's a shame the fans aren't there, really. But,
could you imagine?
But, I remember when he came back with Everton, and where I sit by the away fans, this is the only time I've known both sets of fans singing the same thing, what they thought of Sam Allardyce. But there you go. I don't want to knock him too much, because he got us back up, he did a decent job again the next season, but I watched a lot of that football and it was abysmal at times. It was terrible.
It was.
Moyes' style of football is a lot better, and I know it's built around a defensive strength, but he's still got some good attacking ideas.
Yeah, and JP has said the Baggies won against Wolves with a 4-2-3-1 formation, which we have. So it'll be a goal fest or 0-0. Yeah, it could be as well. Yeah, it's very well summed up. We've talked about it just now, but there's got to be a morale boost. Burnley 0, West Ham 1 our last game, but we've kind of covered that. But so we'll move on and we'll continue with West Brom. And I thought, because we haven't got a fan coming on, I thought I'd focus on one player that I thought could be a threat to us. And I've gone for their centre back, Semi Ajayi. So he's I just got a couple of stats up: 2 shots on target this season and 2 goals from that centre back position. Ajayi has the most headed goals as a defender since 2018-19 season in the top 4 tiers of English football. So they've got a good scoring kind of centre back on their hands there, and both of his goals this season have been headers. And defensively, Ajayi is second in the whole Premier League for blocks. So I think definitely, Mike, we are a set piece side, and they've got some giants up there as well, including
definitely.
Ajayi.
Yeah,
that could cause us problems, and especially Ajayi.
Yeah, definitely. They're a threat from set pieces. Every Sam Allardyce team always will be. But they've got that Pierre in midfield. He's a tidy little footballer. I like him, and I think that the other young lad from Chelsea was suspended in the last game. Yeah. He's coming back as well. He looks a tidy little player. I hope they don't beat us tomorrow night, but I can honestly see him getting them out of trouble. I think Allardyce will get them out of that bottom 3 by the end of the season. Yeah,
well, WMP West Ham football gods. Yeah, we are massive at the moment, and let's hope that we can kind of take that on to tomorrow night's game. Dad, this is to Teresa. You better hope Newcastle don't win tonight, Teresa, because Jake won't mention it on Thursday. So moving on, then we'll kind of go into the game. Then, where do you think the game will be won or lost tomorrow, Mike?
Like I say, it's going to be tight, but we're going to have to be on our toes for their set pieces. But I think there's no reason why we shouldn't be going out there with plenty of confidence and having the right go at them. We can't sit back and let them have possession, because we're at home. We are the better team, no doubt about it. So we should be going and having a go at them, but we all know the way David Moyes plays, don't we? So we won't be shocked if it's a total stalemate and both teams are just stood off each other and sat in with 5 at the back. But we will see. I hope we have a real good go at it and we score a few goals, because we're due some goals. I mean, we've missed a few chances, haven't we, in the last few games?
Yeah,
Someone soon is going to take a 3 or 4 goal hiding off us.
Yeah,
I hope it's tomorrow night. It probably won't be, because they'll be pretty strong defensively.
Yeah, and I think we went defensive against a team like this against Brighton. He learned his lesson, Moyes, and he came back with the Burnley game attacking side. It's pretty much the side that we wanted, and we could definitely have won that 3 or 4-0, because I think Bowen had 2 great chances, and so Yarmolenko had one as well. But we'll move on to predictions now. I think that it's going to be a very we should be winning this, and this is really gonna prove of whether we have moved on as a new West Ham, I think, because if we have, we'll be doing these over quite easily tomorrow night. But hit me with your prediction. Just to say good evening, Hammer Pole. So Mike, hit you with with your prediction.
Well, it's going to be close. I'd say 2-1.
Who's going to score then?
Surely not another 1-0.
Is that the 3rd or 4th in the row that'll be if it's 1-0?
I think Bowen's going to get a goal. He's due one.
He is, yeah.
He is due one. It's just this final decision making that's, A couple of times he could have squared it, or he could have had a better shot. But he's getting himself in those positions, and I think he's going to score. I think he's going to score tomorrow night.
Yeah.
My money's on him in Souček. I'm going to win 2-1.
That'll be perfect. But I think Bowen, just alluding to Bowen, I think that he does lack at the moment that kind of awareness and his kind of last ball kind of going into the box, don't you think?
Yeah, it's just final decisions. He's making the wrong decisions at the moment. He's got that ability. What I like about him is he gets the ball out on that right flank, and instead of going backwards or running straight into a player or kicking it out, he's got ability to turn inside, spread it out to the left back, or cut back again. He has got that ability with his ball at his feet to get away from players and open things up. I do like him. I think he's been a great signing. I'm just hoping he gets a goal for his confidence, because that's all it's missing at the moment.
Yeah, I was going to go very, very kind of positive and go 3-0, but I've got a feeling that they're going to get a goal, especially with Ajayi, as we mentioned. So I'm going to go 3-1 West Ham, because there's no doubt that we've got the goals there. It's just I think that they'll get a goal, but I still think we'll win. We'll go to the comments now. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's just scroll up. There was one up here. So Dad is going 3-1. See, you've nicked my prediction there. No comment. Moving on down, what have we got? Teresa's going 2-0 Hammers. Thank you very much. Dalek is going 3-1 West Ham. Everyone's copying my prediction tonight. I'm not having this. It's not on. What else are we saying? Ben's going 2-1 Souček and Ben Rama. JP's agreeing with you, Mike, and going 2-1 West Ham. So HP, who's going to score? Dean Garner or Snoddy? Well, JP said that that Dean Garner's out, but to be fair, if I wanted them to score one goal, I'd want Snoddy to score it, if I'm being honest. Dalek, yeah, same. I was just playing this game called The Wolf. Where are you, Wolf? And hunt other animals. It's good. Interesting. So that is going to do it. Mike, thank you very much for joining me again on one of these previews, and let's hope when we come out tomorrow night, it's going to be positive, and we're going to be, I think at the moment, we're 4 points or 5 points off Liverpool.
Yeah.
So, just drop that in there. WMP 2-0, us, another clean sheet. Yeah, we'd love another clean sheet, wouldn't we? We're on fire at the moment with our clean sheets, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. I'll take another clean sheet. But we need 3 points. We really do need 3 points out of this one.
Definitely. Mike, thank you very much for joining me again for the preview. And come on, your irons.
Thanks, Jake. Congratulations on your 500, buddy.
Thank you. Right, so that is it. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. 518 # road to 1,000 subscribers. I will see you very, very soon for a brand new video. Come on, you irons, and until next time, goodbye.